Much needed. Much needed. That's the name. Preppers, much needed. Preppers, wanted to hire preppers. Okay. You're a prepper. Meaning you leave with every day, you have your everyday carry, and it's all there. In the car waiting, the water, the protein bars, and the little stove and shit. Love it. But neglecting the simple fact, you can survive with that stuff, but can you survive without that stuff? That's what makes prepping effective, is you can survive without preps. My EDC is a nightmare. My everyday carry for what I do for work is a fucking nightmare. Containers, coolers, water. I got gas cans in the attic. If I need to fill up tons of gas cans. Ding, light goes on. I can go to Penadobe right now, the hills of Penadobe in Vacaville, California. I'm in Texas. 20 years ago, maybe even 25 years ago, me and a bunch of my friends, kids, we grew up in the rural area. On the weekends, we would go up to Penadobe Hills, right above CMF, California Medical Facility, which is a prison. Charles Manson's still there, I think. Go in the hills in the summer. And dig holes with a trenching tool, and dig holes in the ravines. Put our preps in watertight containers, bags, whatever we had. I remember once we used a cooler. We first put it in a plastic bag, then put it in the cooler, then buried it like at least 2 feet in the ground, in the ravine. Covered it up with the dirt again, the sand mostly out there. It's SC, sandy clay out there. Texas is sandy loam. It would probably be better to do it here. Penadobe Hills, so we got valleys and ravines on a slope. We go straight in there. Put our preps in there. Cover it back up. Put the rocks back over it. Those preps are still there. What does that have to do with what I'm saying? I can go there right now. I know exactly where they're at. Those, unless there are homes on those mountains, which they aren't. It's a state park. There's food in there. I went back many times with my kids. Walked those same hills. Didn't dig the preps up. I know they're still there. How we come up with that idea? just some things that some kids think about. Wow, those preps are still there. Along with weapons. Ninja weapons back then when I was a kid. Stars, throwing knives, shit like that. And I bet you a lot of them booby traps are still up there. We put up there. I'm talking about 25 years ago, man. So I don't want to hear about the prepper mindset. What you need to do is learn right now. But what makes the prep so effective? What makes the prep effective is that you can survive without the preps. I have no prep with me. Zero. I got an energy drink. I got water. I got some donuts. The Hostess donuts in the bag. I got a bag of chips. I don't even need that. Access to food in a shit hits the fan scenario in a urban environment, it's based on, are you involved in working with people that have the food, that have the water? Here it's 105, was 100, it's 105 in the shade. There's an ice machine right here. Homeless come by. Can I get a little ice? I let him get ice. This kid just walked out with a big bucket of ice. See, if you're a prepper, but you also have a desk job, and you've never really been in the street environment, you're just copying other people and what they're doing. When your prep needs to be mission specific to your area, locale, the resources that are there, and who you know. I'm looking at the Fed building over here, and I see somebody drew a curtain up right where I'm at. I'm just gonna try to take a shot, but I think they hit me with a heat ray about 4 weeks back, just to test that motherfucker. I was barfing all over the parking lot. No, actually, I was really sick. I'm making that up. I do feel like I might need to put my car, rewind it a little bit so there's not a clear shot across the freeway. My point being, your preps need to be mission specific to your location, and you need to learn how to survive without your preps. That's what makes the prep so effective. I don't need to feed off my preps. I'm continually feeding off others within reason. You know, I'm paying my way, you know. Or I'm dealing with someone that needs my services. Excuse me. Hello, baby.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm just sitting in the car right now. I got hour and 25 minutes or 22 minutes left.
I clocked in at 1 today and I don't get off till close, so it'll probably be 9:30 or so.
Well, I'm not coming up till the morning.
You mean till Monday morning?
Tomorrow morning.
Are you off Sunday?
Isn't today, what's today? I'm working so many shifts back to back. I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, I'm working Sunday. So
I'll see you the day after tomorrow. I'll get to spend time with you Monday before I go to work. I don't have to go to work soon too.
I can tell you what I'm really thinking.
What?
A false flag event.
Huh?
A false flag event to where I can get Sunday off.
How?
You know, it's not hard to invent shit.
Yeah.
I just sent some shout out to LZ here with Cooley. He's just not moving. He's just not moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy about detaching from this.
Yeah.
He can't find people. I mean, that's his bad. You know, I mean, his company. He's a very small company, and it's just a shame that he's not. He wants, you know, it's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just so ready.
So you got 2 weeks on both of them, right?
Yeah, it's the same outfit. Yeah, they got cleaned up, nice. One of the girls said today that the night guy is scared. I'm like, what a fucking sap. What a fucking sap. Scared. It's a bunch of guys looking for sex and a bunch of women that's not dressed all the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, this guy's mind is not on A-team coming in and fucking, you know, their pants are down, literally. And when their pants are up, their pants are down. I mean, fuck. Imagine if you were in a fight and you're fighting a guy with his pants down, or around his ankles, around his ass, and you got not only wearing shoes that's not laced up all the way, and you got on pants, a belt, and boots.
Yeah.
The guy with the pants and the boots and the belt has a good chance of winning that fight. If he only uses
I have
brain.
not had a chance, by the way, to ask my dad to loan you that second phone yet. I have not seen him to actually ask.
I'm cool.
You may have to just go ask him Tuesday.
That's fine. And that's the real reason why things did not materialize as they should have, and I think Cooley knows that.
You think he shorted you on somebody?
No doubt. And it's his system. It's his system. He didn't get all the days that a lot of days I was calling in to work, he was sleeping.
Oh, well.
And I just left messages. I'm here, blah, blah, blah. It's just fucking screwed. It's a trust thing. He's been burned so many times. It's messed up. And dealing with Captain Cruz, you know.
So is Jerry ready for you to come on board with him?
You mean Captain Cruz?
Yeah, whichever one you are.
Yeah, I mean, Cruz, you know, me and Cruz got a beautiful, y'all helped him clear his land.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Cruz got, like, really, I mean, I count Captain Cruz now I'm in his command. Yeah, we hang out. He's really an advocate on my behalf Always has been. Yeah. I mean, I wanted the day he offered me lieutenant. I was like, I was pissed I couldn't just leave, but Cooley was in Mississippi dealing with his wife's mom's death, and then he wasn't even in the state to even be able to call people to try to cover these posts.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Well, I understand. I was just checking on you. I wanted to hear your voice for a minute.
Yeah, I'm just here doing a video about true preps and how we were prepping 25 years ago, and how I have prep sitting in the hills in California at Penn that we put there 25 years ago is probably still there.
Wow.
As kids, we used to leave Friday night because we were into the ninja thing. So we get out of school, get home, pack, and we had these sleds, and we carried the sled, and one person carried the stuff. Sometimes two of us, sometimes there's four of us, and we would walk through the creeks in the night on the trails to get to the mountains.
Wow.
And then we would, right before the sun came up, because we weren't supposed to be on the land. You have to go through people's property to get actually to the mountains from where we lived at.
Damn.
So right at sunrise, we'd wait at the base of the hill, and right before sunrise, we would go up. And by the time the sun was fully up, we'd be in camp.
Damn.
Early in the morning, and we went across people's land. We didn't do nothing but walk straight through with our shit to get to the training facility, is what we used to call it, the training grounds. And we'd stay up there all weekend. We'd come back Sunday morning sometimes, Sunday evening, in time, the supper would be there. Sergio's parents already finished supper, so we end up at my house eating a late supper because we ate later.
Yeah.
And it was just what we did as kids. So I'm doing this video here, and it's basically based on how to make your preps actually effective. So
I watched your video.
Well, you'll see it. I mean, you're not obligated to watch it. You hear me talk shit all day long. You're exempt from my video. It's not a requirement.
I know. I love you. I have to go back to work.
Bye. Bye.
I love you.
Bye bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
LUM. Bye. So that's it. I don't have shit else to say about that. Making your preps effective is just not having the shit. Having it in locations. I mean, what are you gonna do? Carry 1,000 gallons of water? What vehicle are you using? When shit hits the fan, shelter in place, I mean, unless you got a really good place, you're screwed. And you can't take all those preps with you. So having them pre-staged and not necessarily absolutely needing those preps to survive, and those preps being mission specific, meaning if I needed to move, let's say I had a place, a location where I put preps, is that location a permanent stay place for a week? Is it just a few hours? Is it just a transfer location? If we're just there for a few minutes to pick up some stuff or to replenish, it's a whole logistic program, not just having a bunch of stuff. Because eventually you will use a lot of time and effort gathering stuff and money and ultimately needing to leave it behind. Is it in such of a location to where nobody's going to know you're there? Because ultimately, if people see you in a location, they're going to wonder why you're there. Why is that guy pulling up in that nice Mercedes or that nice Jeep over here all the time? There's nothing there. Well, there's got to be something there. Let's go see. That's what makes your preps effective. Nobody knows it's there. The right items are in the right place at the right time. And ultimately, you don't need it to survive in the first place. That's what makes prepping effective. I mean, I wouldn't go for my preps unless I was in a high state of emergency. I would stage preps and never return. Oh, let me go check my prep. Okay, you're returning there once a month, once a quarter, once a half a year. People see that. Oh, I saw this guy before. Yeah, he was over here like a month ago. There's nothing over there. We're wondering what the fuck is he doing over there. Sustainable refrigeration. Can you run a cooler unit? A cooler with just a fan, a cooler unit, or a refrigerator. Can you run that off solar? Or do you have access to ice? Remember how Saladin beat the Crusaders? The Crusaders didn't even have water. Saladin had ice. You know, you gotta study you gotta be a student. Otherwise, you're just creating a magnet. You're creating an X for yourself. Staging a bunch of stuff in one place. LT Williams. I'll post all the fucking time. Which is going to change real soon. I have time to do some training videos. I've been saying that a billion years. And maybe I'll just finish up the hour. Or at the next job site, we'll do entry. I'll do an entry video. This is not Special Forces entry. This is security entry. And how we do it in the security field. We're not sneaking in. We're knocking on the door. Bam, bam, bam. Security at the door. Coming in, expecting to run into a subject. Not thinking we're looking for terrorists. That's the worst. Coming in, clearing the room or the apartment or the house, whatever, you're stateside. So we're coming in, muzzle pointed, high ready, coming in. Obviously, finger off trigger. But knowing that it's a possibility, it's more likely you're going to run into an unarmed individual than an armed individual. And behaving accordingly. I'm not gonna. What are you doing? I'm gonna. Ma'am, you're supposed to be. You're trespassing, sir. You're trespassing. And as I'm making contact, looking at the person's eyes where their hands are first. I'm slowly reholstering. There's no threat here. It's all about dealing with the public. Yeah, you're not coming in like that, You're not coming in like that. Now we're talking about an abandoned building, different situation, but still sort of kind of the same thing. You're still kind of stateside. Maybe we'll do one of those. LT Williams over and out.